What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Magne F. And we're back with the final tune on his 2019 melancholy holiday album, and it's called Father Christmas. The track, not the album, which is White Xmas Lies. And yeah, ultimately I did realize, based on conversations in the last reaction, that not every version of the album has this, but the original version seems to, at least, the master release on Discogs tends to be whatever the original release of the record was. Regardless, it's Father Christmas, which, people will be aware. It's a figure associated not only with Christmas, but the, sort of winter season more generally. It's now sort of conflated with the modern character of Santa Claus, although, historically I think there are differences, but either way, curious to hear what this might be. Again, given the way the album has gone and the way that themes which normally in albums like this and sentiments like this tend to be overtly positive or celebratory, this has taken a different emotional angle. So again, the idea of Father Christmas, but from the framework of a melancholy, less than ideal, emotional and social world that we all inhabit. I wonder what might be at play. Luca, you're like, there you go. It's like your claw is digging into my knee. In any case, here we go. This is Magne F. The tune is Father Christmas, and it's the final track on his 2019 album, White Xmas Lies.
When I was small, I believed in Santa Claus, though I knew it was my dad. I would hang up my stocking at Christmas, open my presents and I'd be glad. But the last time I played Father Christmas, I stood outside a department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me and knocked my reindeer to the floor. Father Christmas gave us some money, don't mess around with the silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoyed. Give all your toys to the little rich boys.
Like a cosmic synth whale song.
Don't give my brother a seahorse an outfit. Don't give my sister a cuddly toy. We don't want your monopoly money. We only want the real McCoy. But give my daddy a job, cause he needs one. He's got lots of mouths to feed. And if you got one, I'll have a machine gun, so I can scare all the kids on the street. Father Christmas, give us some money. We'll beat you up if you make us annoyed. Father Christmas, give us your money. We got no time for your silly toys. Have yourself a merry, merry Christmas. Have yourself a good time. But remember the kids who got nothing while you're drinking down your wine.
That's a heavy tune. It's where real harsh realities intersect with cultural and social notions of holiday spirit and seasonal traditions. The idea that as a kid, he was into the idea, even though he recognized, as I think most kids do early on, that their parents are directly involved in the presents they get and so on. But then eventually it's like, you know what, Father Christmas, my dad needs a job. Like, we don't have a lot of money. Like, we need food. Like, we don't need these silly toys, this, motif of a jolly man handing out little trinkets and toys to the kids. That's not really going to help us, and that's not realistic. And by the way, while we're on the subject, I tried to be in the holiday spirit, and I actually got beat up by a bunch of kids who kicked over my, holiday display or whatever. So yeah, it's the harsh realities and unkind nature of a lot of what can happen in the human world, unfortunately, and bearing down upon what is supposed to be this sacrosanct holiday experience that should be fun and merry for all. So powerful song, and one that I didn't see coming. I don't know if that was auto-tune. It was obviously some sort of vocal effect. It felt like his tone was sort of metallic and like it was being like steered at some point. So without really knowing for sure, it felt like that was maybe what was happening there. But either way, I'm intrigued by the effect on the vocal delivery, because you could go true vocal, but then if there's an effect on it like that, it could be this separation between what you're supposed to be experiencing and what actually is happening. So I wonder if that was part of the idea. But a really heavy track to end, I suppose, a reasonably heavy and melancholy album on. So incredible track, and one that it's sad because I try to be I'm into the holiday spirit and so on. I've mentioned before I'm a December birthday, so I always grew up and it was just a fun time, and my parents made sure to make holiday time fun and so on. But the reality is it's not so simple for the vast majority of people out there, and so the idea that the experience of an album like this should end on such a heavy note, I feel like it's appropriate. So shout out to Mag, shout out to all the folks following the channel. Ultimately, I've mentioned before, the AHA family has been remarkably supportive, and even though I know this is technically a Mag's reaction, I feel like most of the AHA family shows up in all of the different side quests. So big shout out to all of you. Big shout out to Luca, who's now, she was during the second half or latter third of the tune, she was getting mischievous and she was play biting my arm. Now she's completely asleep again, head on the armrest of the chair. So this is the life of one of the silliest cats in the world. Luca, let's see. Oh, now we're gonna get a big stretch. Well, here you go, Luca. Back into the chair. Do let me know. Oh, see, and then now the mischief Luca is back. See, it's you never know what to expect. That's the essence of Luca. In any case, shout out to Sophia, shout out to all the folks who've helped guide my journey through this and other AHA related albums. And in fact, that reminds me, I wonder what YouTube is going to put for the info when they run the checks and algorithms to figure out what song this is, because it's been one track off in the track listing the whole time. But now it would have to kick back to the beginning and tell us that this is the opening track, or somehow magically correctly identify this one, or throw up its hands and say, I don't know what this is. So I guess we'll find out. From Luca and I, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.